Start with Cord McCoy, who was a standout member of the SWOSU Rodeo team from 2000 to 2003, helping the Bulldogs to 2 top 5 finishes at the College National Finals Rodeo. At the CNFR, Cord placed 6th in bull riding in 2000 and 7th in saddle bronc in 2003. After graduating from SWOSU with a business degree in 2003, Cord continued to ride professionally and won 5 International Professional Rodeo World Champion titles. He also qualified for the National Finals Rodeo in 2005 before focusing strictly on the sport of bull riding and competing in the Professional Bull Riders Circuit in 2006, where he qualified for the PBR Finals 6 times. In 2009, Cord and his brother Jet competed in the hit television show The Amazing Race Season 16, and they've twice been invited back to race in Seasons 18 and 24. Cord McCoy.
Oh, and it is it's such an honor to be here to stand up in front of such prestigious folks that I've looked up to for so long. I feel like it's even better to do it with my brother Jed. I remember Mom and Dad are here today. I remember sitting there in the living room, and Dad's sitting in his big red chair, and Mom was there working, and I got a phone call from Southwestern Oklahoma State University. Doc Mitchell called me up, asked me if I'd like to be a Bulldog. Would like to come ride for Southwestern Oklahoma State University. I didn't. I guess at the time I didn't know how much that one phone call would change my career and even my life. So I got to thank Doc Mitchell for calling and inviting me. In that very next phone call, my brother Jet was. He was a cowboy. He was going to Oklahoma State University, and it was tough enough, I guess, for us to get separated when he graduated high school, went on to college. And I called Jet and I said, "Hey, I got a good idea. Why don't you come to Southwestern with me? We'll both be on the same team. We won't compete against each other." So it wasn't just a minute later, Jet became a Bulldog as well. So it's an honor to be inducted in the Hall of Fame with my brother. I don't know how many of you guys have kind of watched our career, but how much we've traveled together, competed against each other, and thrived off of each other. And lately, I guess, got to race around the world together again. So it's an honor to be inducted with Jet. But there's so many people to thank. I come to Southwestern, and I remember even going into to registration and filling out my first classes. The people just give you so much respect, and that you were here to serve a purpose. You even go downstairs and get your books, and they hand you your first stack of books like they're handing you a torch, and it's your job to carry the Olympic torch and to do your job across the world, and have so much hope and put so much inspiration in you from all the different professors around that drove me on. For Doc Mitchell looking out for me. There's so many times that I needed a tutor, I needed help, and it's an honor to be inducted with a coach, because it's those coaches sometimes that is the reason that I have a degree today. The different semesters that you get off track, the semesters that you make mistakes, that somebody's there to watch your back. And Corey Navarre, he's been inducted in the Hall of Fame, but the funny thing, his wife tutored me to help me get through college algebra. I wouldn't have made it without her. I know Miss Boggs, my biology teacher. I thought it was special. She asked if I would come to tutoring on Wednesday night, and boy, I needed it at the time. I needed all the help I could get to get through, and I showed up, and I think almost all of the class showed up at the Wednesday night lab tutor. It wasn't just me. She treated us all special, like we all had a purpose, and that we were meant to serve. And I just think about how many kids come straight out of high school, straight off the farm like I do, that you guys inspire, whether it be the coaches, the professor, the faculty, that your job of creating the next generation. you know, and I want to slap you guys on the back and tell you how good a job you did, and how much it meant to me to come to Southwestern. You know, Randy was talking earlier about being a Bulldog, and people still today be like, you're from Oklahoma, you cheer for the Cowboys or the Sooners, and I tell them I'm a Bulldog. That's who I cheer for. So it makes it pretty simple. But there's so many people to thank. You know, we wanted to get better, and said something to Doc Mitchell about, you know, getting on some more practice horses, and that I think him and my dad got together. It wasn't a week later, 40 head of bucking horses showed up at Southwestern Oklahoma State University. I don't know how much practice you guys really want, but you know, the first week there was a whole herd of us, and you know, week 2, I think it was me and Jet and Nick Risley showed up for practice, and my dad called and said, "Well, I bought all them horses. We got to get through them anyway." So you know, practice got real serious right there. You know, you run through the winnings and the biography there, and there's every time that you would say that you know, there was something I won, I thought, well, there's somebody else to thank for that. You know, every time that there was a championship, there's somebody else to thank for that. I know in 2005 I qualified for my first National Finals Rodeo, a dream come true, that since I was a little boy and put on my first hat, I wanted to be a qualifier for the National Finals Rodeo, to be one of the best in the world. And Corey Navarre gets a lot of credit for helping me with that. He's such a good businessman, and he entered me in almost every rodeo I went through in 2005, scheduling where I was going to go, and you know, I got to give him a lot of credit for that. You know, I'm so inspired about the next group of cowboys and cowgirls to come to Southwestern. I got to rodeo with Mike Wisniewski, and nobody has more drive, more determination, and more love for the sport of rodeo than he does, and he cares so much. So I'm so excited to see the next generation of kids. That I see somebody in high school, and I said, you've got to go to Southwestern. You've got to be a Bulldog. You know, these are the best people in the world. So such an honor to be on that list. You know, you sit through and you read the list of the such honorable folks. So today, I just so humbled and honored to say that I made the list. So thank you so much for coming, and thanks again.